Hey guys, welcome back to MJ Trips. It is 5 minutes before 000, before 12, and I have a couple of days off, so I figured let's try it. I'm kind of curious, how many textures do you think I could make in 24 hours? We're gonna start in a minute. I'm probably gonna be doing suggestions from the comments, right? Why not? If I'm gonna be doing this, then might as well just do what people want. I won't be doing 3D models, unless I guess it's like crossbows, because I generally do those modeled. So we'll see. There will be some textures, some models. We'll see, whatever it requires. But I'll be doing the squared style, right? The 2D style, and then later I'll just add a 3D variant as well. So flat sprites, what we're gonna be doing. I reckon I'll be kind of fast at it, right? I'll be able to get a lot more variety of weapons done if I do it that way. So that's this video. Might be very long, I have no idea yet. And if it's good, then like the video and share it with your friends. Okay, here we go. It's already 3:12, so I've already failed. It's already one big fail. Okay, no, I'm here and I found the first weapon that I'll be adding. You know, just going through the comments, and right here we have a comment that says, I would love to see a Power Rangers texture within the texture pack. So I just went looking, right? And it appears to be that there is a sword. So yeah, we have the first rename that we're going to be texturing. So it is a netherite sword variant. So let's go to the netherite sword folder. So this will also take a little bit of time, all right? Folder navigation and stuff like that. It's already taken me 2 minutes. I don't know anything about these franchises, or some of them. In this case, the Power Rangers franchise. So I'm gonna have to just trust the wiki, and this is the image I found. So this is what we're gonna be texturing, okay? For the pellets, I'm mostly gonna be using pellets that I've already made for previous swords, or vanilla pellets. I'm pretty sure this is like the vanilla dye pellets, like kind of an altered version of it. I don't really know. I kind of like doing it that way, that if I ever need a black, then it'll kind of be the same palette, right? So you can mix and match sets, right? If I do a black shield and a black sword, then they'll work together instead of clashing. So a little bit about my progress there. I'll probably also be making some new palettes here, but that's what I've done so far, right? Collected the palette, and that's how we're going to be doing it. We're just going to be drawing the shape as I see it, okay? So it's very visual. I don't measure it out. I just do it by vibes and feeling, and my weapons end up being pretty big, but it's simply my style, I guess. This is the vanilla palette for diamond, but the trim palette, so the palette that they made for the armor trims, which is quite nice. It's better than the diamond item textures palette, in my opinion. The weapon has some pretty tight designs that I'll try to fit in as best as I can, but I don't know if I'm doing the best job. We might have to revise it a little bit, but that's how it goes, you know. That takes a lot of time as well, just trying different versions. It's way too big. It's way too big and bulky. I gotta find some way to smooth out these wings. Maybe I should only give them a trim on one side, you know, something like that. I gotta find something. I think that works, maybe. It's a little bit slimmed down. It's still quite big. It is such a slim sword. I really gotta try to like thin it out. But that's too thin. Maybe this? I think that's probably as good as it gets, right? Just gotta try to trim it down a little bit. It's probably good. Ooh, it's still a bit bulky. The sword is so slim in the OC. I really take this serious, you know. It's other people's this is your favorite franchise. This one guy's, look, it's this guy's, Mr. Block Builder Benson's favorite franchise, right? And this is how it's gonna go this entire video. So I think I can do it. It is pretty good. It's a bit bulky. Maybe that's just Minecraft. Maybe we can slim it down a little bit more. We'll see. If not, then not, you know. But like that, that's fine. So we can keep this kind of this wing effect. And honestly, this should be bigger. It should be 2 wings, but it'll be too bulky, I think. I don't think I can pull it off. I think this is the best it gets. It could be fun to put a little black in the middle, if that works, to represent the icon that's on there. And also, if we're gonna have 2 blues in here, I'll make one of them darker. And then the blade. I might need a lighter palette, but I wanted to try to see if I could squeeze in my mythical iron palette. So this is a little bit different from my regular iron palette. Dude, the sword is so sharp. It doesn't even it gets like thin right away. It is a tough sword to do, because a lot of times thin swords like this, I don't like the look of that at all, especially if it's lopsided. But like this is really thin, but the sword is really thin. So we're gonna have to find some kind of way to work with that. Well, one thing that always works is just add. Well, it is essentially an outline, which I typically don't do, but an outline allows me to add some weight to it. But it's lightweight, some literal width. You know, it still looks slim because your eyes kind of only read the lighter part, right? So that's a little tip for you right there. I typically don't do outlines, but a very important rule of thumb for my pack, even for the 2D versions of stuff, is that every item needs its own theory. You know, you can't just have one big theory and apply it to everything. You need to think every item out for itself, and I guess this one needs a little bit of an outline. You know, even though I typically don't do that, but I think it is working a little bit. Also, let's make this a little bit darker. All right, so you can see that this is the bottom side of the blade. This is, and then this is the top side where all the light comes in. And also, I don't count my colors. Like, I just take the palette that I have, right? And then as I'm texturing, I'll find out if I need more colors, or maybe I just won't use the full palette, right? That's kind of how I do that. A lot of the time, I'll have a texture file, and not even all the colors appear, right? The colors of the palette. As you can see here. I don't know if you saw that. Fine, we're only doing one thing from Power Rangers, okay? You guys will have to vote Power Rangers at some point in the comments. Oh, and I'll do it as a Power Rangers video. But okay, it's done. We can, how long did it take me? 23 minutes. Well, we started 3 minutes late. So 20 minutes it took me to make this. Some renames might take longer, and I might come back to it. You know, the update isn't released yet. Sometimes it happens. It'll be stuck in my head. There's some detail about the rename that I want to change. But this is going to be a lot of texture, so we'll see if I come back to this. But the red power sword. Ching! We got it. Okay, next up, you could add the Hammer of Justice for the mace. And for this, I'm gonna reference my old friend, the Spriders resource. Okay, so these are supposed to be the actual textures from Deltarune. So I can just copy those over, which is a massive image, and it's gonna give me access to this guy and then all the ways that he looks. So I can try to do the Hammer of Justice. And my first instinct is just to copy the palette that they have in Deltarune, which is always very extreme. It's always very contrasty. But this game's art style is basically, well, the pixel art is nice. Well, you know, they have their whole thing going on. But I've noticed that what makes a lot of the characters and items iconic is exactly their colors. Okay, by taking the literal colors and then changing the palette, because it is a very wild palette, as you can see. We can probably just expand it a little bit, right? Thin it out a little bit, take the edge off, you know, and we've turned it into 6 colors now. And it is still very reminiscent of the actual original palette. I kind of probably want to get rid of this. It's very deep black. Then again, these are the exact colors that make the Deltarune and Undertale, for that matter, art styles iconic. So you also really kind of want to stick to them. But I'm gonna try this out for now, okay? Maybe this could be good. I mean, we won't know until we import it into BlockBench. You'll see in a minute, okay? Just bear with me. We'll also need a handle. So I'm gonna try to make everything fit in one texture. That's always what I try to do. This is what I'm gonna guess is gonna look good. And then I'm gonna drag this into a BlockBench to make it 3D. Click extrude image upright. Yeah, scale it up by 2. Does it still fit? There you go, that worked. Great. Okay, now the idea I had for this, if it's interesting, if not, we're gonna have to try something else. But for the 2D variant, is have this on an angle, which won't match with that. And then we'll have a connecting piece like that. How's that? You know, so then you kind of have a semi 3D element there. How's that for the model? You know what? This sucks. This is not the way. So that's how you lose some time as well sometimes. You know, this shouldn't be straight. This should be at an angle. And maybe people watching this were already yelling this at their screen. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. Trust the shape is what I said. Unless you're an idiot and you make a dumb shape sometimes. But it makes a lot more sense. Okay, let's do this at an angle. All right, how's this look? I also think I want it a little bit bigger. All my renames are huge. But yeah, that's how she rolls. Let's try and do that again. Okay, this is all part of it. This is all, you know, I guess lost time, but it's part of the process. You know, I didn't know I didn't want it like that. I guess I could have thought more logically, because, you know, it's a 2D style. It's a bit of a goof, maybe. but that happens too. You know, I am far from the perfect pixel artist. I'll say it right now. And then again, next week, I'll just say that I'm the GOAT. So there's also that, which does put me in a bit of a predicament for space. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a Hammer of Justice square texture. Okay, I'm not gonna make it 3D right now, but I might as well have this texture, and then I can load these both in, so I can have the 3D elements in the other texture. The entire 3D hammer will just fit along with the head of the 2D hammer. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so this might be future-proofing, it might be dumb. And this can probably all be the same bit of UV. So that saves me space. Okay, that's a good way to do it, in case I need all this other stuff for the 3D variant. Well, I don't know. It will do what's best for the rename, but I think I'll get away with it. Should definitely get rid of all these faces here. So the game doesn't have to render this stuff, right? Because it'll be hidden by the head. So this makes it even more optimized. I mean, this all barely makes it optimized. It's like minor stuff, but all of it combined with all my renames, I'm sure it makes a difference. Some good progress here, looking artistic. Right, doing some anti-aliasing, which is my style, but also, well, default Minecraft style. But it's also done a lot in Deltarune. What Deltarune and Undertale always does is really distinct dark lines, kind of anti-aliased dark lines, and they're kind of hard to pull off. I'm doing it subtly now, the dark lines. Deltarune always has this really retro feel to their palettes, kind of this like grayish green, brownish, whatever this is. This is a nice color though, I like this color. And it is barely a color at that. Gotta try to not over texture it, because Deltarune has a pretty simple style, right? Like pretty minimalistic. And I'm already making it more detailed because it's supposed to be Java styled, right? Supposed to some would blend with the rest of the weapons. Kind of looks bronzish. I don't know what it looks like. Maybe tin, isn't it? What does this palette look like? It's interesting. We have a new palette in Bear Default and it is almost straight out of Undertale. Look at that. Damn, I can't believe you made something out of it. I was kind of worried there for a second. Maybe it would be better if this was its own thing, because it is kind of clashing. You got the light here and the dark, so maybe we will take a little bit more space. We'll figure it out when we do the 3-day rename, you know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. How's that? I like it. You guys like it? Let me know. And setting these display settings also takes a little bit of time, you know. Yeah, that's the Hammer of Justice done. Second rename. This took a lot longer. It took me like 40 minutes. But that's how she crumbles. Okay, I found the next rename that I want to add. It's a pretty concrete suggestion. Please add War Woman's Mace from Invincible 4. You'll never believe it, the mace. Thank you. No, I got it. But either way, you can't really suggest what it's for. But you're right. It is. It will be for the mace. And I googled it. Okay, and I found the Fortnite wiki when I googled this exact thing, because this is what it's called in Fortnite. So this is what I will be calling it. It looks to be made of quartz. Dare I say quartz? I mean, it could be bone, but my first instinct is quartz. A quartz armor trim palette is this. It's very rough. We can probably work with it. We'll have to tweak it a little bit. Have to smoothen it out a little bit, but it looks pretty accurate, right? And a quartz mace. We also need a wood. What does that look like? What sort of wood is that? It looks a little bit like mangrove. Isn't it a little bit reddish? A mangrove and quartz mace? That could be interesting. Like this is what I thought. Does that look close? No. But I am leaning mangrove. You know what I'm going to do? This is crazy. I'm going to blend these two pellets, okay? Both mangrove pellets. I'm going to blend them and see what happens. What do you think? Is that close? It's pretty close. Got a funky wood palette going on. This is bad technique. All right, guys. I mean, I don't know if it works. It works, right? Am I right? My weird autism for like vanilla canon. You don't even have to tweak a little bit. Maybe this is a bit rough, but roughness is also interesting. You know, you don't always have to get rid of the roughness. This is too rough, though. We gotta do something about this. You know, I call this making family, which is a term I learned from working in restaurant business, which is used when you have two sauces. All comes back to sauces, I guess. For example, a classic example is whipped cream and a melted chocolate, right? Those two don't blend well because the whipped cream will completely collapse if you add melted chocolate to it. So what you do, I mean, this is a Dutch word for it, so this is the word that I use to describe it. I don't know if it's entirely accurate, but yeah, making family is what it's called. Is you take a little bit of the one sauce and you pour it in the rest of the sauce and you blend it so then the sauce can kind of get familiar with each other, you know, making family. All right, and that's what I'm doing right now. It's kind of familiarizing the pellets together, and it's done by eye and feeling. All right, just like putting in numbers and of transparency value and blending the colors together until they look a little bit nicer for what I need personally. I mean, sometimes high contrast is nice, but I figured for the War Woman's Mace we don't really need this much darkness in the palette at all. Even though it's interesting, we'll probably never even use this darkness. But yeah, making family, yeah, it's what I call that. I don't know what to tell you, but this is what I learned, okay, in cooking school. It all comes back to this. Texturing a circle in Minecraft, which and on its edge as well. I guess a circle on its edge is just a circle. A circle on its edge doesn't change. But yeah, this palette for wood is pretty good. I just pulled it out of my butt right now, but it is alright. It works. And War Woman's Mace has a little bit of black to it as well. I'm gonna try to use the mace palette for that because it is a mace. I mean, 2D renames are simple as pie. I shouldn't say that because some of them can be really difficult, but this one is alright. See, I told you I would say that I was good at this stuff. Flip-flopping, dude. But like, if you think that's annoying, imagine being me. I think that's annoying too. Is this War Woman's Mace? It is a simple mace. I knew that from the get-go. A little bit more depth to it. Don't want to add too much, I guess. War Woman's Mace. Fully 2D. I kind of want to make it a little bigger. That's better. That seems more in scale from what I've seen. Please make a mace a spoon. The mining fatigue one. And I love the videos. Yeah. Okay, sure. When will I ever 3Dify it? I don't know. At some point, people are gonna have to vote. Hey, 3Dify the big spoon mace. I mean, I don't know. And I'll call it a spoon, and an alternate name can be the ladle. I am not... Look at this beautiful spoon. Well, you know, I was like joking about it, but if you're doing a 2D spoon, then I guess it's supposed to be on its angle, so then the shape will be asymmetrical, which is good for me because that's what I'm good at. You know, if it has to be symmetrical, then sometimes I'll tend to mess up. How about this for a shape for a spoon? You like that?
Doesn't matter what you like. It's about what I like. No, it's alright. It's okay. You can tell me. But this is a long video, so I imagine you're not gonna answer every question. So maybe, you know, I shouldn't be asking so many questions and just do my little monkey dance. How's that? For the shape of a spoon. Too much of a curve? It is fun to have a curve, I think. I think it's pretty okay. Looks like a fun spoon. That's a spoon I would hang out with. No, I don't know. I don't hang out with that many spoons, to be honest. But it does look like a big old cartoony spoon. Carspoony. The guy suggested that I do a mining fatigue spoon. What was his name? Oh, okay, spoons. But I don't know. I won't be doing that. I'll add a little band for a handle, but I won't like literally make the mining fatigue spoon. I'll just make my own spoon. Okay, with blackjack and strippers. No. It's a PG spoon. Well, it depends on what you do with it. But anyways, I usually texture spoons with like quite a rim to them, but they don't really have a rim like that. I guess it's called a ladle too. But this is a huge rim for a spoon, but that does work. Right, this conveys spoon to me. And it can't suck. Spoon can't suck. It has to be good. Really gotta like work at this. Gotta make this not suck. And man, I will say big spoon challenge too. Because the big spoon is tough to texture. I think it's alright, but oh, do you like my big spoon? I hope you like my big spoon. Look at that. Big Scooper MJ. The big spoon for mesas. Done. Think I know what I want to do next. So Avemo Swag says, I would love to see some Steven Universe weapons added. And then he suggests some stuff. I'm gonna pick just one of them. Steven Universe is a franchise that I haven't added anything from. When we do a big Steven Universe video, I'll do the other stuff. And for now, I figured I'll do Pearl's Spear. Now, it would be so cool if I could accurately portray that kind of swirl that the weapon does, right? Because that's a really iconic part of the weapon. Does this look like a swirly spear? I mean, I've been trying to shape this for a while now. It's pretty good. I don't know. It's pretty good, right? It looks like a magical energy spear, sorta, maybe. I like this. This is pretty good. I think this is gonna work. Can't believe I did it already. But you look at that. I hope you like it, because that's what I've got.
Okay, so it's quietly turned almost at 3 a.m. So time flew by, I guess. It's kind of crazy. I didn't really notice that. I'm taking a little break right now, having a little coffee. And I already have my eye on something that I want to do, but I'm gonna have to dive into a wiki page. Because this is crazy. There's some crazy stuff, but it'll be fun to do.
This is a suggestion from Artemis696, and he says Guilty Gear would be awesome. And then he has some examples. I don't really know. As a purple bed, I'm probably not gonna do purple bed renames. Paracelsus is definitely the most interesting one. And this is what it looks like. It could be an axe. It is a big axe in the original franchise. So let's do that. And there is a slight problem with this axe, and that is that it has a crazy backstory, which is always the case for me if I dive into a universe that I know nothing about. This all reads as insane, okay? Just even the first line. A giant living demon axe. He is Abba's friend, fighting partner, and reluctant spouse. So he's married and he doesn't want to be married. Let's just get texturing, okay? Because just endlessly trying to understand anime lore or whatever this is not going to help me. I'm going to need some black for his eyes, so I'm just going to use the netherite palette for that, since I'll make this for netherite axes. And I'll use the darkest bits of the netherite palette, so it's not really noticeable that it's netherite. But that's yeah, that's how we do things around here. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he does not look like he's having a good time with this lady. And you know what? That's their business. I'm going to assume that this guy, this demon key, is an adult. So he knows what he's doing. Completely up to him if he wants to be with this crazy lady. Is this a weird anime? Is this a weird franchise? Or is this okay? Am I being trolled by being asked to add this, I mean, kind of bondaged key to my pack? Is this a trap or is this okay? How's that for the face of a key? This one's really fun. It is a real challenge, I think. Then comes the big ol' axe blade or key blade. What do you call the key part of a key? The part that keys. What do you call that? This is the biggest axe I've ever done. Well, one of the biggest axes. I hope it's not too big. I'm scaling it off this girl. I hope this girl is not tiny. I should have done some research. Maybe this is a tiny woman. I have no idea. This is a crazy design though. And then in the teeth of the key is a cross. That's spooky, man. I mean, crosses aren't inherently spooky, but knowing it's a demon key, you know? Ooh. How's she looking, chat? She, he, it. Look at that stupid face. Now I'm joining in on the shaming of this guy. I was so quick to join in too. My empathy for this guy lasted a little bit, and then I caught on to the vibe of the room. We're all shaming this key. I mean, I think, I assume, I have no idea. I'm gonna go with this, okay? And I kind of want to see what it looks like in hand, because it's gonna be huge, but it's supposed to be too. Wow. Oh my lord, it's huge. Oh, it might be too big. It is, oh no, it's so big. That's what she said, but also I think it's mostly the head that's too big. And you can see that too. I should have seen that coming. Okay, we're back on track. It's alright, I think. We can recover. I guess it's a little bit better. It's still huge, but maybe it's supposed to be huge. You know? It is a massive thing. It's a little bit crazy, but maybe it's good. I'll do the code version when we do a Guilty Gear video, okay? How about that? Because we already have the axe right now, and I'm also over it. It was really fun to make, but now that's it. We've done it. Antonio Allen Carte 4481 says, maybe some of the iconic League of Legends weapons. And I'm gonna do one, and the one that I found interesting was Viego's longsword is what he says. I found the name to be Blade of the Ruined King, because that's the name of the ability. And then later Viego himself was added. Figured it would be perfect as a Prismarine sword. And then I could maybe make it change colors, like slowly have it animate, just like Prismarine. You could argue that it's made of energy, right? As you can see in the official art, look at it, it's glowing a little bit. So having it change colors is probably interesting. And it is just huge. I don't know if it'll fit in a small texture. I'll start with a big canvas, it's huge. And if we can make it smaller, we'll do that. That wasn't even the handle. This is just like some kind of... What's going on with this sword? It's also kind of fun, but I swear to God, when I was making this, I thought this was the handle, but the handle comes now. It's going good so far. Keeping her steady. Dude, if League fans take their weapon sprites as serious as they take their gameplay, then I might be in trouble, but I think it looks good. It's a cool Prismarine sword, okay? Is this it? This might be it. This is how you hold it. This is crazy. It doesn't even look too big now. Dude, this is such a crazy way to hold a sword. What's the deal with the big handle, okay? Well, why does he have that? For balance. I'm gonna make the wings a little bit bigger. So there it is, the Blade of the Ruined King from League of Legends. Okay, I know what I want to do next, and it should be the Pizza Cutter Buzzsaw from Pizza Tower. Some guy has been commenting this as a suggestion, and I'm finally doing it, I guess. I could not find anything when I googled this, but now in the page of one of the maps, look under trivia, there is a few rooms show the Pizza Cutter Buzzsaw in the background. One of the other weapons Peppino had used during development of the game. So this is not even a weapon in the game. It's a weapon that was in development for the game, right? And then they never added it. But it does appear in the background of a scene, so this is it. And you know what? Your average Joe 6, I'm finally gonna do it. And we already had a conversation about this in my Discord a while back. And my buddy found this sprite. I'm gonna assume that it's canon, and it is either way the same color as the Pizza Cutter Trap, which is not the buzzsaw, so that's not the suggestion. Yeah, it looks to be kind of orangish, so I'm gonna be using acacia wood and then my mythical iron pellet, since it's gonna be for netherite access. We'll start out with just a box, and we'll kind of stick to the dark side of the acacia pellet. I think just like that, right? Isn't that a buzzsaw? Is it too small? Might be too small. Make it a little bit bigger, which means we have to make it longer too, otherwise it can't spin. But okay, that's okay. Keep tweaking it. And also, what the heck is Pizza Tower? Who cares about Pizza Tower? I don't know. Is this a meme? Am I getting trolled? I don't really know. I'm taking this painfully literally, and I'm doing it. A weapon that doesn't even appear in set game. How does Steve hold this? Or me in this case? Maybe I have to rethink this a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller. Change it up a little bit. We're only gonna do this once, okay? So we're gonna do it right. How do you even hold this, dude? What's going on? I haven't even started texturing this. Is this something? It kind of works, you know, kind of holding it, kind of, and then the handle, the other handle is just in the back, through my hip. But I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. The texturing, it shouldn't be too hard. Generic wooden box, I guess, right? We're choosing to make it wood. It's probably wood in the source material. A little bit of generic shading, I guess, but you know what? Come and get me, Pizza Tower fans. Come and get me for it. You got a problem with me, pal? Then you can just keep it to yourself, because I'm a sensitive soul. And I guess that's it. I don't know what else to shade about it. You might be thinking, aren't I forgetting something? Well, yes. It still needs the buzzsaw. But I'm gonna put it on a separate texture. Keeps it optimized, funnily enough. The blade is pretty tiny, so if I make the blade here and then I have to animate it, then I just need to copy this texture, a 32 by 32 texture. It becomes a 64 by 64 texture. And I can definitely get away with a 16 by 16 texture for this blade. That saves me animation space, because this is now the only space I need. And there you go. We got it. Fully spinning and everything. This would be it. The pizza cutter buzzsaw. It's getting crazy in here, and it's only 5:30. I've a long while to go. Yeah, highly requested weapon, I guess, by one guy who kept commenting this. It's here. It's pretty nifty for netherite access. Why not? It's pretty close to 6 a.m. right now, and the sun is starting to come up. So that's good. We got a lot of hours to go, and I'm honestly really tired because I've obviously also been awake from the previous day. But I'm doing fine, and we're just gonna keep going. Yeah, I'm just gonna have a little coffee, and then I'll get back to it with probably something funky. Mr. Gumelo4067 says, add the keening dagger from the Elder Scrolls. Please, bro, it's an item of vital importance. If it is, then let's add it, alright? It's a dagger, so it shouldn't be too big, right? It should honestly fit within this 16 by 16 texture. And if not, then I'm doing something wrong. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now. It's looking good, right? It has some spikes and has a small handle. Keep it small. And then it has kind of a moon at the end as well of the handle, which is taking up a lot of space. How's this for a keening dagger? It is really simple, but it should be a simple thing. What can I say? You know what I'll like? You know, it would be cool if this was transparent. And I don't know how the game is going to render that. And we don't need it super transparent. We can just make it a little bit transparent. Like if you only notice it from up close, then it's already worth it. Can you see that it's transparent at all? Oh, you can see it a little bit. So it is a tiny bit transparent. It does work, but that's it. Keening dagger. So that's a quick one. Average PA fan asks if I can do Look and Pluck from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So yeah, why not? This is what it looks like. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has a couple of looks. There's the manga look, the anime look, and the musical look. I don't know what the musical look. I don't know what that means. And we'll also include this as an alternate name. Okay, you want me to pronounce it Rakuto Puraka no Ken. Okay, so that's an alternate name for the Look and Pluck. It also seems to have some gems on it, some ruby and some amethyst. We're gonna see what that looks like, okay? We're gonna start with the handle. It's a really strange handle. It's really thin. I get the entire palette and I just put one dot, but that's fine. So something like that, and then it has like the arms sticking out, and they're pretty thin. Thin little arms, like that. And then, I mean, honestly, a fairly generic blade up top. And the arms maybe need to be a little bit higher. There you go. That's more pluck. That's more Look and Pluck. Looks about right. And then we'll put a bright line in the middle. Wow, amazing. Finally, another JoJo reference. Wow, the fans have been waiting for such a long time. Moment has arrived. Wait, it's lopsided. Oh, no. There you go. I fixed it. Almost did the JoJo fans really dirty. But the JoJo fans always act like they're being done dirty, you know? Even though their franchise is just completely out of whack weapons that you can hardly add. Look and Pluck is just a sword. Great, okay? But that's not everything in the JoJo franchise, okay, JoJo fans? I found a comment from Thames, and he says the Phoenix Lance / Phoenix Spear from Nier. In the two different games, Nier Automata. It's not even a hard word to say, I just messed it up for some reason. The weapon gets a different name in different games. We'll just take one of the designs and we can keep both names, okay? Phoenix Lance and Phoenix Spear. Don't know about the size yet. It looks to be pretty big, so I'm just gonna start out with big texture again, you know? Tip of the spear, it has the really cool wings. And it would be cool to try to have those wings be like textured well. I mean, it's cool if the entire thing is textured well, but like wings, that's a cool detail to try to include, right? So a little bit of pixel art. That's all pixel art. I mean, you get what I mean. Something like this, maybe? Kind of got the wings going right now. It's a little bit like wings. It's probably pretty good, right? Considering the size that we're working with. How do you like these apples? It's not an apple, it's a spear. Do you like it though? It's quite long again, isn't it? But I guess most epic mythical spears that franchisers are gonna design are gonna be pretty epic. So this is it, I think, right? The Phoenix Lance from Nier. Okay, I'm gonna go to the store quickly. I don't really know if I need anything or if I just want a break. But either way, here I go. Okay, it's time for some breakfast. It is, what time is it? 7:30. Time is flying. Am I fast with this or am I slow with this? I don't know. It's a bit varied, but yeah, if anyone cares,
This is my breakfast. This is bad breakfast. And I normally don't even eat breakfast, but on a day like this, you know, kind of probably should have some breakfast. It says it's crustly. Does that make sense? Crustly, crustly. Who cares about this? You clicked on the texture video and now suddenly we're making breakfast. If you didn't expect me to at some point make breakfast, you know, then you guessed wrong. But no, you get none of this. Actually, I have enough. You can have a bowl of breakfast.
I got a comment here by Okami, the Lego person. They say a bunch of stuff, some nice stuff, and also they mentioned that I should do some more TF2 weapons. And I figured, you know what I'll do? I'll do the tide turner right now. How about that? Here it is. It's a shield and it's like a ship's wheel. And it's all tattered, it's all broken, so it'll be a fun shield to do. To me, the tide turner really looks like spruce, so I'm gonna be using spruce. And I'm also bringing back the heavy core palette because it's just really nice. It's like a really nice neutral gray. Like the tide turner is really neutral gray. It's not bluish gray, right? Or like polished iron. And also I like it for the Minecraft lore. Heavy core is kind of a miscellaneous, mysterious material in Minecraft. There's only one thing made of it. More stuff made of it's cool, and it'll also ensure that renames will match with each other, right? If I consistently see a gray and it reminds me, oh, it looks like the heavy core palette, let's use it, right? Then eventually a bunch of renames will all match up. So it's a good theory, I think. Should be good. I'm not sure about the size. It's hard to tell. How big is it? Oh, it's almost as big as a block. No, it should be good as a shield. So we got something like this. All right. We gotta check the size at this point. Oh, I think it's okay. That looks about right. It looks about right. It's a bit big, but it's Minecraft, you know. I gotta have it a bit bigger so I can put more details in it. And also, you know, it's just cartoon. Then I have this little bit, which I'm gonna make it pivot from the middle, and then copy it, and then rotate it. Look at that. So we have the little steering handle thingies, whatever those are called. So what I'm doing right now is some really annoying, and I would definitely say anal optimization. Basically what I'm doing here is okay, so you have these little sticking out bits. Okay, so you have the main wheel and then you have these bits, right? These handle bits. But instead of having it be separate elements, like look at this, there are two little beams, right? 1, 2, but they're on the same texture. So that means that Minecraft has to render less elements. And then here is another tiny element with only 2 faces enabled, so that it closes this bar. So this is super optimized way of doing that. And I do the same for this element as well. This is one big element and I just don't fill it in. So yeah, that also takes me more time. Okay, so you don't see that in the end result. The model looks exactly the same, but theoretically it is more optimized, which means that we can start rotating this. And I am bad at math. We got 360 degrees, right? So divided by 6, 60. Okay, could have probably known that. So we're gonna move this by 60. This should be the right rotation. Then we need another set of these. Copy this, paste it, and I flip it, because that should be exactly right. Isn't it? Look at that. This is the shape. It's kind of busy, isn't it? Oh, it is kind of busy because we have the cubed staircase background. That might not work. I do really like this though. I feel like this is essential. Like this shape that I have going on right here. This has to go. And we'll have to kind of just do that again. But that's okay, you know. We just need a simpler take, because that was way too busy for Minecraft style. That was like instantly off-putting. It means we need a square wheel, basically. Because it makes a lot of sense, you know. Minecraft round things should probably just be square. Let's try this. The wheel also has bars in the middle, but this might be too busy. Is this better? Is this less busy? I don't know if this is less busy, to be honest. Just trying to see what my options were, but it's okay. I just don't like how this like sticks into this element like oddly. But I guess that you're always gonna have that if you're rotating element at 60 degrees. This might actually calm it down, ironically enough, adding another element. Well, it might not, because it is like half over the pixels. We'll see, but it is interesting to see what happens if we try to add the ring, the metallic ring that's on there. Because the metallic ring should kind of cover the wooden bars. Right, there you go, new shield, the tide turner. And of course, in Team Fortress 2, the tide turner comes damaged. Always. Per default is a dynamic texture pack, so let's make the shield durability dependent. So if it loses a bit of durability, the tide turner rename will look like this. It starts like this as a whole shield, a whole wheel, and then you get this, the cannon look. Look who's awake! Hello, it's a bird break. Bird break. Well, so this is Coco.
This is a budgie. We're doing a legit bird break right now. You're gonna have to deal with it. She's super cute, and she has a big beak, and sometimes she bites. That's what birds do, you know. They have a big beak, and that's what they feel with, and that they do everything with, basically. Yeah, she talks too a little bit. She's wide awake now, you know. It's really early, so it's good for the bird. Can't really teach a bird not to bite either. You gotta just kind of hope that they respect you enough not to do it. Same with pooping. They're always just gonna poop. But at some point, she doesn't poop on me. She flies away to poop. So that's like, I feel like that's respect. Because she hates poop. She's disgusted by poop as well. She just poops all the time everywhere. But I think she knows that poop is gross. She tries not to poop on us. She mimics all the noises. So she goes like this to me. Gonna jump? She looks like she's gonna jump. She's nowhere to jump to. But sometimes she just like jumps right into your face. She's excited. She's a bit clingy. Clingy bird. What? Oh, she's seen something scary. You see that? You see the posture? You can read her body language pretty well. She sees something scary. She's like looking like this. Look, she's seen something weird. Maybe my button. The button of my blouse has spooked her. She turns into a little vulture. Puts her shoulders up like this. Starts looking around like this. That's because birds are so shy. Because there's prey. You know, big. Yeah, she doesn't like that. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, basically that's what they are. So they're very shy. She's used to being spooked too. She's like spooked 500 times a day. Car going by, any sort of noise. She's used to it. She handles it well. She's like spooked and then she's over it. You know, so that's good stuff. It's just bird stuff, you know, I'm pretty sure. Vernon de la Cruz 7812 says you should add Mjolnir and Stormbreaker as tridents. I would like to add Stormbreaker. It's been on my to-do list for a while. So thank you, Vernon de la Cruz. It's a good excuse to do it. I won't do it as a trident. I've done Mjolnir as a trident in my pack. But Stormbreaker will be a netherite axe for sure. And it can also be a mace if you flip it around. So Stormbreaker, let's do that one then. Definitely made of heavy core material and some kind of wood. I don't know what wood yet. We're gonna figure it out. What kind of wood is Groot? Little shape for Stormbreaker. Is it big enough? Could be a little bit bigger. The handle and maybe the axe blade as well. And I am thinking that it should be 3D, the hammerhead of it. I don't know. I'm just trying some stuff out right now. I don't really know yet. That's always the case, isn't it? So that's fine. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe it's not supposed to be a 3D model. I couldn't really figure out the shape that I liked. I mean, this doesn't really look anything like Stormbreaker, so I'm thinking that maybe not. Maybe it's not supposed to be 3D. Well, it is the 2D variant anyway, so I can totally get away with a flat sprite. Sometimes, you know, when you're doing 2D, that's just the way to go. I mean, we're gonna find out now if it is anyways. I mean, I'm recognizing the shape a lot more. Like even this flat textured back looks a lot more like the Stormbreaker that I'm familiar with than what I had in BlockBench previously. Dude, check it out. What do you think? It's too short. But I think texture-wise, it's pretty good, right? Look at that. Man, my mind should be crumbling under the weight of madness. Right? Something like that. I remember something like that. But here I am. Minecraft Steve holding Stormbreaker. So, pretty happy with that one. There's actually something I want to do real quick. So I did a Dead Cells video and not a lot of people watched it. It's a really good video. It's really well edited. So go watch it, okay? Cyklopps and I go on a little bit of an adventure map type thing. And I did the flint and I did it in 3D and that's all fine and dandy. And then I did it in 2D and then I put the 3D weapon head on the 2D weapon. But then I kind of regretted it, okay? Because I kind of think that the 2D flint should just be 2D. Point being is that we're going to make a 2D flint now. A proper 2D flint for people who don't prefer the 3D style. Because the point is to have variety, right? And if I just... Sometimes plopping the 3D head on a 2D weapon with the 2D handle is fine. But in the case of flint, I wanted to give it another go. Flint is such a weird design. Dead Cells weapons have weird designs. But I liked all of them that I did. Except for the 2D flint. And the 2D style shouldn't really matter. I mean, you know, that's kind of programmer art and bonus, but here we are. Good excuse for me to still chase that autistic desire to make everything perfect and revise flint, even though I just added that last week. But that's how it goes. I mean, honestly, I hate a lot of stuff that I do, like, I don't know, a month later. You know, maybe 3 months seems reasonable. Look at that. Much better. You know, for a 2D variant, it is much better. You know, much more representative of Dead Cells. Respectful to the art style of Dead Cells as well. Sebastian says, maybe the Sword of Love from Scott Pilgrim.
I don't know, why not? Alright, if anyone calls their sword the power of love as a reference to Scott Pilgrim, it's now covered. Well, not yet. I gotta make it first. But yeah, well, I mean, you can assume that it's gonna happen. I mean, a meteorite might crash. Knock on wood. Guys, like and subscribe before a meteorite hits my house. This is Schrodinger's YouTube video. I mean, in the moment that you're living it, everything is Schrodinger's life, right? You never know what's gonna happen. Just a katana with a wrap handle. No kind of guard whatsoever. This is gonna be interesting. And the fire effect, eat your heart out. Okay, I'm not doing that. Not today. Dude, what's a heart? What's the smallest pixel art heart you can make? Crap. Oh no. Well, it's gonna be pretty big then. Is this the smallest pixel art? No, this is going. Oh, it's perfectly fine. No sleep for me. This is not a problem at all. What's the smallest pixel art you can make? We are already breaking down, and it is only 11 a.m. So we got a couple more hours to go. We're almost halfway though. Pretty bland sword, but I'm sure fans of the show will appreciate it. And it's good for me to practice texturing a katana, because for some reason I suck at katanas. They always end up looking really strange, but they're also hard to texture. You have such little space. This is basically the sword already, and it already looks out of whack because his heart is massive. I feel like if I just make all the gold darker, it'll already slim it down. A little bit out of whack. How's that? Is that good? How's that? No. No. Yeah, probably that. Are we doing it? Are we doing a good thing? A cool thing? If we make it bigger, even bigger, that it will actually balance out the bigness, which is ironic. Maybe this is a bit of an ironic video or something. I don't know. I've been having some ironic moments. Check it out. Oh, it's alright. Looks pretty good. Oh, look at us. We did it. The power of love is now a rename in the pack. Amazing. Bird break. Bird break. She's always super interested in the colors of jackets and stuff, but she's scared of the buttons, so it's a bit of a dilemma for her. I don't know, she's seen something now. I don't know, look how pretty she is. Look at the patterns. What are you saying? You know what, we'll give her a cookie. I don't like these at all, but we go through so many of these, and she doesn't actually eat them. She's really excited already. She loves these. She doesn't eat them, she just gnaws through them. The cage is just a big mess, so we have to clean it every time because there's just cookies everywhere. The floor too. It's a big cookie mess. We're gonna voyeur on her a little bit, okay? So this is your POV if you're a cookie. This is what you see as you're being torn apart. Okay, I'm a bit distracting her with the camera. There she goes. I don't know, must be like some kind of bird instinct to just tear this apart for whatever reason. But she is like, it's like she's being paid for it, you know? It's like so dedicated and content too. Do you see it in her eyes? It's completely like not a single thought going on. Also, she might fall. Yeah. Whoa. She might fall in a minute because she always stands on the cookie as she gnaws through it, which isn't very thought out, but that's how she does it. There you go. Did it. quick work at a cookie. Can you believe it? That's how she does it. She's practical about it too. She has like a whole tactic to make sure that the cookie is the quickest. And she can do this all day, and she eats 0 of it. She's gonna drop herself. That'll be the saddest thing. She might drop herself again. She does that so much. Oh no, she's repositioning. There you go. She got it. Great. And now she's gonna whine for more. And this basically keeps going all day. This is some good stuff. I mean, this might be the best stuff I've ever uploaded on my channel, honestly. Just this right here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at what she's doing. Amazing. Well done. Good job. She wants more. See that? She's coming for you. If you're a rice cracker, watch out. POV if you're a rice cracker. This is the end of you. Look at a little dinosaur. Okay, so Nicolo Bucket says you should add a Macau hotel, and I looked it up, and it is pretty cool. So it's not really from lore. Well, it is from lore. It's from real life lore, so that's cool too. Macau hotel is a Mesoamerican weapon consisting of a wooden sword with several embedded obsidian blades. You're capable of producing an edge sharper than high-quality steel razor blades. So that's crazy. Basically, glass shards, right? Like really hard glass shards. I mean, this looks like something out of fiction. This should be in fiction. Suppose it would just be a mace. I'm gonna make this out of wood, and I'm gonna take the pellet of the crossbow for this. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. It's like it looks like fancy wood. Should be pretty simple. It's a huge club, right? A huge wooden club. And also trying to avoid the banding. If you don't know what banding is in pixel art, banding is basically this. Your pellet If your palette appears anywhere in your texture, basically how it transitions from one color to the next, to the next, to the next, that's called banding. It's just ugly and you should avoid it. Okay, so we got the club of the Macau Hotel, and I'm just gonna save it because I want to check if the size is kind of okay or not. Oh, look at that, it seems big, but it could be a little bit bigger. Making stuff way too big, and I don't know, yeah. That's how I like it. I must be compensating for something. All right, you caught me. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna include the obsidian spikes, but I'll put them on a separate layer. And what that means is that I'll be able to make it an enchantment dependent variant, which will be pretty cool, right? Because it's a mace. I'm basically just gonna make it so that when you enchant it with any of the mace enchants, right? When you max enchant it, basically, it gets the spikes, the obsidian spikes. How about that? So that's it. This is what it'll look like. But I'm gonna remove all the wood now, because I'm gonna do it with a composite model, so the game can automatically put this and this together, because it's really optimized. And well, that's it. That's the main reason. Yeah, it's really optimized. That's how I like it. And a comment here from Slayer. Hello, I know this wasn't the proposed question, but I thought I should add this anyway. I believe you should add a name sword from the popular Metal Gear Rising Revengeance word. Sword I'm talking about is none other than the high frequency Muramasa. If you really like it, you can even make a shiv with that. It's just a big old technological katana, and it should be no surprise to anyone at this point that I am whipping out my trusty heavy core pellet for this. Also, important to try different things so I can actually improve at making katanas, because I always feel like I suck at them. It's a good start though, right? It's just the handle, but so far it's feeling good. But the blade is the hardest part of the katana, you know, because the blade it's like nothing. There's this super subtle curve to it, and you almost can't do it because every pixel you place is like too drastic of a curve already, you know? How long is it? I'm just eyeing it. I never measure. I just eye it because it's a vibe thing, you know? However long this sword that I'm looking at on the reference feels is how long I'm gonna texture it, which is irrational, but here we are, and it's working out for me. So this is like a good way to do a katana, I guess, but it's super boring, and katanas do have a curve, right? It's like the entire point of a katana. But if you're working with pixels, what are you gonna do? You can basically only put the curve here. You can't do a curve in the middle. That makes no sense. You can't do one curve. This is ridiculous. You gotta just have the curve at the top, and then the tip has to feel just as thick as the... This is wrong. Do you feel that? Do you see that? This is wrong already. This is fine, but the tip feels a little bit thicker than this bit. So maybe we can fix that with dark pixels. Like this. Maybe I want to make it like really sharp. There's no room for shading at all. Man, these katanas are so tough for me. Is this the best katana I can make? Should I just add a support line to it? Because I did that for the Power of Love sword, and it worked out pretty well. I think it's good. It gives it some weight. The sword has a little bit of red cloth at the start of the hilt as well, so we can include that. Let's add the wire. Okay, it's going to be an important detail. Oh, that's good. That's a good little wire. Man, I'm not sure about this blade. Let's try this instead, okay? It feels maybe a little bit drastic, but it's at least different from the existing Maramusa. You know what? I'm gonna do something drastic. I'm gonna have it 2 colors, okay? I'm gonna have it slowly switch in between these 2 colors, and then this is what I'll make of it, okay? So now it's very different from the existing Maramusa. Okay, so this is what it ultimately looks like in hand. So I just came across this tiny little comment by a guy named Laser Mob from a year ago. For the crossbow, you can add the cross, like the Punisher from Trigun. Alright, I don't know what this is. Crossbow's more work than the sword, but that's fine, you know, we're just going through this, doing what we want to make, right? Stuff people have suggested on YouTube. Anyways, I go searching, and it is this. It is a massive cross gun, and it is crazy. And yeah, let's do it. Let's try to make this. I gotta try to find some good images of it that's not like fan-made, like actual the canon design of it. And I'm gonna guess that it won't fit in a 32 x 32 texture, so I'm gonna give myself the space. If it ends up fitting, then great, but I don't really think it's gonna fit. First things first would be to just get the size of the cross right, because this is a crazy device. How big is this? How big is the max size? That's too big, but it is. Why is it so massive? That's probably good. You know, it won't be in the floor. Maybe if you're walking. No, it won't be in the floor. So this is a good size. So a good full size for the thing. That's toch gek. The bird's joining us for a little bit as we figure out the size of the big cross gun. Coco, what do you think about the size of the big cross gun? What does it need to be? That's too small. It needs to be bigger. How big does it need to be? That's okay, better. Is this too big? Yes. Is it supposed to be too big? I don't know. I think so. I mean, right now it's just a lot of boring modeling, placing the cubes everywhere, and after that it'll be a lot of boring texturing. So stay tuned. It's starting to look like it a little bit. I mean, I think so. It's gonna be nuts. I'm gonna start with simple lines of shading in places that make sense, right? Because these golden rings would kind of cast a shadow onto the iron. I mean, really basic stuff. Just narrating into my 14th hour of narrating. Okay, we're getting there, right? Just a big metal cross. I think I'm getting pretty close to it, which is good because I really want to get onto the animation. That's gonna be fun. Right, the crossbow animation, the charging animation. Crossbows basically have 4 models in vanilla for the pulling stages, right? You're pulling it back, and well, they can have as many as you want, but in vanilla they have 4, and I'm sticking with that. We're gonna have to see what changes about the model to make it activate. I'm thinking we're gonna have to add some moving parts. Let me showcase you guys the knife tool in BlockBench. If you're not familiar, it's quite nice for niche cases like this. Look, look at my little cursor, and I'm gonna click on a pixel. And then it's going to allow me to draw a line, well, across, right? And it's going to allow me to snip. I'm going to snip this right in half. Click, right? Click away from the knife tool. And then look, it's cut it in half. So that's incredibly useful. It even uses the same texture. We just need a texture for the insides now, for both the top and the bottom of this. Paint in the gun, big dark metal. Hello? What's going on? You want a kiss? Okay. That's crazy. I told you he does this sometimes. This is crazy. You should not be doing this. Okay. This makes me feel really like like this is a bit too much. You're really in my personal space. Thank you. That's crazy. She's clingy. You're not supposed to jump on my face. Okay, that's not a platform. Oh, he saw something scary. Never a dull moment, eh? Okay, I think that's the first step done. And basically now I'm just gonna copy all the progress over to the second stage. Move these bits forward by 1. So there will be some nice clicking motion going on. And then I'm also gonna use the knife tool on this thingy in the back and open that up as well. Because that's where the rockets come from. And this is gonna be a crossbow. So it's gonna be interesting, right? A projectile coming from different holes. That never really happens with the crossbow ever. So that's cool. I've added the rocket launcher in the mechanism now. Part of it, because I want to open this up more, because the rocket launcher is supposed to be a bit bigger than the barrel. So I believe it's time to copy this over to the final stage. And I figured just for communication's sake, and because these are 2 separate elements, I'll move these in by 1, right? Just so you have that extra click. I think that'll be nice. It's time to put the projectiles in. And of course, as I said, the firework rocket is going to go in the back, which is going to be dope when we set the display settings. I can't wait to test this one, but we can't yet. Because the day isn't over and we need to spend our time texturing. Otherwise, what's the point of the video? And I wanted to have a little visor like this one when it has a rocket loaded. So I'm gonna put it on both sides so I don't have to add a mirrored variant, because that seems completely redundant at this point. This is how you hold it with an arrow. I figured since you flip it around depending on the ammo type, maybe it's fun if this stage is holding it upwards like this, which is of course ridiculous, but I mean, look at this entire weapon. They're asking for it. I got a comment here from my friend Armiro, and he says I need a BMO Totem of Undying. And you know what? Let's go to his channel. So you should check out my podcast that I've done with him, his podcast that I've done with him on this channel. It's right here. So you can check that out too. And we'll actually make his little display a separate element, because that means that we can make it emissive, because it's a little screen. Right? Unless it's like an old-timey Game Boy and it does not glow in the dark at all. But either way, it's cooler if it does glow in the dark. Look, I don't have so much room, but this seems like a reasonable expression for BMO, right? I mean, I think generally he's more of a happy guy. But this is what I got. This is the space I got. And the alternative is this, which isn't the best either. This, maybe? Meh. This? This is your BMO? This is the BMO that you guys love? This BMO? No? It's to be smiley, but you can't really do it, you know. I don't know what to do about the mouth. Like this, like this, like this. I'll keep it like this, okay? It seems like he has the most personality this way. There's our little guy. Well, you guys, this little guy. I have no connection to this guy whatsoever. He's cute, you know. Cute little calculator guy. But, to me, he's just a Totem of Undying. And you know what? Totems are good. I like Totems of Undying. So, hell yeah, BMO. undo those deaths. He's got really short, stumpy arms, doesn't he? Poor guy. I mean, whatever gets the job done, you know. Try to give him some floaties here. He does have floaties, by the way, in his actual design. And I don't always do this. Like for the screen, I won't add an inverted cube. So if you look at it from this side, there is no screen. Then the screen suddenly appears. You see that? But I will add inverted cubes for these so that you can see them from this angle. That'll give it some nice depth, you know. Like it'll be really subtle, but it'll adjust the silhouette. Silhouette? Silhouette. Whatever. Just let me texture. Don't make me worry about the words and stuff, you know. That's a whole nother thing. And then he also has some buttons, and I'm definitely going to be taking these colors directly from BMO. And I think that we're probably at maximum buttonage. Buttonage? Buttonage. You know, the amount of buttons that fit. I could shoehorn in the blue button, so you know, so we have every color. Fine. Is that not too busy? No, I guess not. Okay, great. BMO of Undying. Is that it? I'm gonna make it sit on your shoulder. Because that's just really seems like a BMO thing to do. And I know nothing about BMO, but let me know if that's true, I guess. Dude, this guy is so cute. This is a really simple model, but he's also really cute. This guy is like, he really looks at you like, but I'm just a little guy. Okay, well, I like it.
Banana break.
Got a comment here from Vaderman. He says some Stardew Valley renames could be cool. And that would be cool. The strongest two weapons in Stardew Valley are the Galaxy Sword, which upgrades into the Infinity Blade. I can add a couple of names for this. Infinity Blade, sure. Infinite Galaxy Sword and Infinite Galaxy Blade is what I'm kinda gonna call them. Infinity Blade, I might need a name later, who knows. Okay, but for now these are the three names that'll work for the thing. I am gonna be real sneaky here and take the exact palette from Stardew Valley because this is really recognizable and already nice. But this reddish stuff is perfect for netherite. So it's, you know, it's a netherite sword, so I like using material cohesion in that way. This is a pixel art game, so I'm trying to look at this and interpret the pixels in my own way, and then whatever that interpretation is, I'll pixel. Okay, so I'm not trying to like copy the exact pixel arrangements, even though I did just like a big old thief just took the palette, but I am adjusting it. All right, it's fine. This is my method. You can't do anything about it anyways. I try to put a big old gem on the pommel. Pommel, that's the word. 17 hours ago, I might have been looking for that word. Just saying. And the sword kind of has these horns here. Is that the exact shape? No. Okay, great. Not that it matters. If I accidentally do the exact shape, then I would keep it. But just checking, you know. Look at the vibrant colors of this sword, man. And I love Stardew Valley, by the way. I played so much Stardew Valley. And I don't really game anymore, which is always a weird thing to say. I'll tell people that, like, oh yeah, no, I don't really game. But I do have Minecraft open, basically, you know, 6 hours a day. And if I can, more. So it's not a really convincing story if I tell people that I don't game. But I truly don't. Not that it matters. How is this gem sword looking? Have some nice depth to it? You convinced that this is a sword made of gems? I assume it's made of gems, right? It's bright purple. You know, I might want a brighter color. Can we just steal a brighter color from this palette? Kind of pre-upgrading it. See if that's good. Is it too much pop? It's a lot of pop. I don't like this dark. This is too dark. Maybe this. So we have the sharp line. I always zoom out. I bet everyone does that. So you can better interpret it, right? The pixels kind of blur and you start to see the shape it's supposed to be. Dude, what if we just add an extra row? I mean, what if we don't? But what if we do, though? Kind of cool. Something is off about this. I don't really know. I'm just going to start again. That happens sometimes. I'm going to come in with this extra color right away, because I noticed I was missing that. And maybe we're going to leave out this deep, dark black. I really wasn't vibing with that. You know, there is an age-old technique that I've done for my 2D default tools a while ago. Maybe I'm just going to cheese it that way, because I can already tell that it works. Do you see it? Do you see what I'm trying to do? Or trying to do. Do you see what I'm doing? Kind of divide it into shards. And then we end up using the darkest dark anyways. Smoothen this out a bit, okay? More of the darkest dark. Okay. How's that? It flows smoothly. It doesn't really flow at all. This is such anal pixeling right now. Bringing back the light trim. Oh, I do like it. We're starting to get some depth back. That's too soft now. Fucking Goldilocks out here. But I'm not giving in like that. I'm gonna blend the one that's too soft with the one that wasn't soft enough. How about that? It's not bad. It's just... it's boring. And the palette is so cool. I just don't want it to be boring if the palette is so cool. Because then it's boring because of me. Maybe I was just getting greedy, you know, with the pink. Maybe we shouldn't try to add the pink in there. Is that better? Kind of like turn it into a big gem like that. Making it big again. Damn it, how are we stuck on this sword? It's not even the final version yet. If only I didn't like Stardew Valley so much. This would be easier. Also, there is something I didn't want to mention, but I've read once that you only have like 2 or 3 hours where you can do maximum creative work and have it be like, you know, at your peak of what you can do. And I am well beyond that. And I didn't want to bring it up because I believe in manifesting your own reality. And I don't want that to be my reality just because I read that somewhere. But just a bit of a disclaimer. Maybe we are far past my point of where I'm even good or bad. Because I like it. It's good. Yeah? Right after a speech like that. Can you believe it? But it is good, right? No? Let's do a little bit more family making, okay? Keep hating that darker purple. What happens if we just get rid of darker purple? How does that look? Oh, man. I was like screwing myself over with this stupid darker purple just because it's in the palette. Oh, peace. This is what I... Man, okay, great. Let's see what other stupid tweaks we can do. I can just keep at this. No, this is great. Wait a minute. No, it's... Yeah, I'm going insane now. I'm losing my skill, I think. But I won't keep manifesting that. Just keeping you updated. Infinite Galaxy Sword Sharpness. Maybe we can just build onto this one. Maybe we should just delete it so we can have a fresh perspective. We won't have a fresh perspective after 18 hours and 11 minutes. But this is what I can try, I guess. I don't know. Dude, I'm gonna end up creating the exact same shape again. Oh, this is better. Yeah, it's a bit more like industrial, like brutalist maybe. Instead of the other shape was a bit more like vines, you know? More natural. Is this sword texture that I made good for anything once we start using this wacky palette? Or should I just make my own thing again? Because if it's good, then I'll use it. But if not, then not, obviously. I don't know what's going on, but it is cool. There's some funk going on in there for sure. Just pop in a little bit more contrast. Don't want to lose the electricity in the making family. The electricity comes from the contrast as well, right? But you also want it to look... Does it still have the electricity? Sometimes I'm like blind at this point now, right? After 18 hours. This should be good. Okay, so we can actually reuse the same blade. Thank God for that, because I spent a lot of time on that. Recycling. What can I say? It's good for the planet, you know? A little bit different than the Infinity Blade from Stardew Valley, but cool take. I like it a lot. Let's put a bigger gem in the middle. Can we get away with that? Then we just get the horns back in here. Might make the horns a bit darker, so it's a little bit less busy. Oh, better. Maybe more dull. Can we make them more dull? Having them completely blue? Ooh, this is a bit too purple. It's good. Wait, let me try some things. See if there is more peace here. Ooh, look at that. Wait, we're close. Real close now. This might be it. This might be it. This might be it. No. This might be it. Okay. Woo, look at this. We did it. Infinity Blade. So for Stardew Valley fans, you'll get this sword and you upgrade it to Sharpness 5, Bane of Arthropods 5 or Smite 5 and it'll look like this. Incredible. Like 6 more hours to go and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I am otherwise feeling pretty sleepy and I looked the part, maybe. I'll probably feel it tomorrow though. But yeah, it's going good. I have no idea how many weapons I've textured. And sometimes I see the sprites pop up in my folder and I like, oh yeah, I did that today. So yeah, it's going good. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. We're really digging deep here. And I found this comment from this guy from 2 years ago. Il va simil. And he says a lot of stuff. And what it comes down to, and the reason why I brought it up, is John Wick. I didn't even read that. He's Mr. Beast. Wait, what is he even talking about? I know, there was something else, right? Oh, here's another comment. Wait, here he is again. Also 2 years ago. Look, the Hornet Spear. Okay, so this is a highly suggested thing that people have asked for a while. Because I added a needle rename to my pack. Because I was like, oh, I'll represent all the franchises, Game of Thrones. People love it, you know. And it's cool to have normal swords. Not every sword needs to be crazy, colorful, huge, you know, like all the stuff we've been making. It's cool to have normal tame stuff too for people who don't need all that extra stuff, and then you can still walk around in your server with your friends and still be unique, right? Without your sword being a huge shark or whatever, right? You get what I'm saying? So it made sense, you know, people are fan of Game of Thrones, the needle is a cool sword, sure, whatever. But then Hollow Knight, arguably much bigger, maybe not bigger than Game of Thrones, but there's a lot more overlap with my pack. Right, fans of Hollow Knight and fans of Barely Default. Also has a needle. The name is taken, and I could call this sword the needle, or call this one the needle. But I know it's stupid, but this is literally what was holding me back. But we have spears now. You know, Hollow Knight already has the other sword, nail, and that's a sword. That's another sword. So you got a nail for Hollow Knight fans, and then if you have a spear, you can get the needle. That makes the most sense as anything. There you go, needle. Finally, it's gonna be in the pack. Hopefully, remember that meteor. It might still happen. Oh, you know what I'm really tempted to do, and this is dumb, but I really want to make the needle out of ancient debris, because the needle at the first stage, it's like scrappy like this, right? And then it becomes clean, and then it becomes, I don't know, even cleaner, chromed, right? And then it becomes hive steel, whatever it is, and then it becomes pale steel. Okay, so with upgrades, and I could do all of that. I will do all of that, but yeah, having the lowest tier be made out of netherite scrap, to me that is a cool lore tie-in. I don't know if everyone will appreciate that. How big should it be? As big as a spear? Is that the right size? Look at some context. Oh, it looks to be huge. What is this? We're doing a review of the Hollow Knight cinematic. Oh, the poor guy. Is he being threatened? That was it? I'm still waiting for something else. Okay, so the needle was probably pretty big. I'm gonna do something dumb, okay? What if we mix the palette of ancient debris with netherite, okay? This is like one of those things that's like, doesn't really make sense, but it would be thematically satisfying, right? Materially satisfying. It's not really the needle color, and I'm not doing the variants right now, so you would just have an ugly rusty needle, but maybe that's fun. I mean, the needle is just one big lance if I've ever seen one, so fits spears perfectly. It's a really long handle too, so yeah, I think the only thing that makes sense is making this a really big spear. We're cruising now. Don't want to get too comfortable. It's a bit brown. We'll see if we'll keep the color, but at least we're texturing now, right? Just gotta keep moving forwards anyways. Last few pixels. There you go. Look at this big old needle. Wait a minute. The needle doesn't even have this line in the middle. I just did that on autopilot. Damn. Everyone watching knew that probably. I did not. I mean, I was watching the image, but yeah, I guess I was so used to that line. That's my crutch. If it works, it ain't stupid, you know? You know who said that? I don't know. A lot of people quote that. I wonder who came up with that. Talk about unsung heroes, am I right? Give a little shine to it, even though it is a tattered nail. Let's try to do the crack. Alright, so the variants can be later distinguished by more than just the color. Pretty recognizable crack. Sure that Hollow Knight fans would miss it if I didn't include it. It looks good. It's not even that big. It's technically big. It's technically huge. How big is it? Let's just do a little check. Oh, it's 32 exactly. Well, then we have to make it smaller. Whoops. That's better. That's our needle. Gonna look a lot more epic in some future update. Okay, how about that? You know what I'll do? I'll do myself a favor. I should do this more often. You can, if you want, become a channel member of my channel. And there's a bunch of bonus content. A lot of it is slop. Because if I have old content that I don't agree with anymore, I'll just make it members only instead of like privatizing it, right? Because like, you know, if you're a member, then you can probably watch the slop and not judge me for it, right? I don't know, this is kind of what I thought, right? It's more personal content, but also I talk about more personal stuff. So that's what you can do. Like some people have asked me, hey, do you have a Patreon? And then I have a response, no. But I have YouTube channel memberships built into YouTube. So if that's something you're comfortable with or you want to do, then you should do it. If you don't want to do it at all, then please do not do it, alright? You can just like hang out, right? You can consume my content, you don't have to be a customer. But I owe it to myself to plug it a little bit, so there you go. Got a comment here from Cannibal Chicken. Elden Ring weapons plus MJ. And then, oh, Cyklopps says Dead Cells weapons. Let's do more Dead Cells! No, let's do Elden Ring. The one I want to do is Mogwin's, oh, no, yeah, well, yeah, Mogwin's Sacred Spear, that's the one I'm gonna be doing, and it looks crazy. This is made out of, like, is it rust? Rock? What's it made of? Rock. Looks aquatic. Well, tridents quickly look aquatic, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing it for tridents, even though it's called Mogwin's Sacred Spear. To hell with Mogwin. It's clearly a trident. I mean, who does Mogwin think he is? And how do you spell his name? Oh man, it's super ornate, isn't it? Ooh, it's gonna be a tough one. Alright, let's see. And I don't have any HD images of it. I have no idea what the actual details look like. Dude, is this accurate? This is the best link that I find from Amazon. Is it that gold? Am I supposed to take Amazon for my reference? Trying to make some uneven looking deprecated prongs of a trident. They look like straight up rocks. I don't know if they are exactly rocks, but it's a very small area to work with to try to convey rocks. But we're here. I don't know if I can shade these pedestals. Just trying to make something. I don't know what this is. I should scrap the metal. I'll try that again. I tried my best. I'm still trying my best. Does anyone believe me? I bet you guys believe me. Look at me. I've been modeling for 20 hours. 4 more hours. Oh, dude. This is crazy. Man, I'm just trying to have something ornate going on here. It might be way too busy. I gotta try to keep it more simple because this weapon is crazy. This trident feels a little bit like a game of operation. You just gotta keep it steady. No crazy moves. And we'll get through this, you know? Or maybe like a border patrol. If you had something sketchy on you. Just don't make any weird moves. Don't put any weird pixels anywhere. And we'll all get through this just fine. Okay, how's this? Is this ragtag enough? I feel like the gold doesn't really match. The gold is too like fresh, too new. I've dulled out the gold a bit, and man, should I change the heavy core palette at this point? I'm just trying to satisfy, well, one guy. This Cannibal Chicken guy? I don't remember his name. Not a very memorable guy. Okay, don't question my methods, okay? But I have a layer of ancient debris palette, a layer of prismarine, dark prismarine, and a layer of netherite. So surely that should do it, right? This should be it. This should be the magic mix cocktail that does it. No? What do you think? Is this it? Might as well just be it, just because of the lore implications here. This is crazy. Let's see what it looks like. It is, it's pretty big. Oh, kind of looks like it, huh? Doesn't it? Listen, man, if you're an Elden Ring fan, you're just gonna have to tell me, because I don't know anymore. I'm completely lost in the sauce. It's over. It's completely over, and there's 3.5 more hours to go. So I would say good luck with your Mogwin's Sacred Spear. You know where you can stick that? I'm really tired right now. No, I'm gonna muster up some more courage to model some more. Gotta commit to the challenge now, right? Almost done. But geez Louise, yeah. Gotta move on, regardless of feelings, and we're almost at the finish line. So let's keep it up. Oh, actually, I think I have to turn on my light right now. We're back to how we started. This is how we started as well. Yeah, so we got a comment here by White the Holy Potato. They said 11 months ago, I would love to see Gordon Freeman's crowbar as a renameable sword if it isn't already in the pack. And it's not in the pack, and it should be in the pack. A crowbar seems like the perfect item to have, first of all, but also to have as a tiered item. So I'm gonna make it fully netherite. I think this is it, right? Crowbar shape. It's been a while since I've done a tiered rename. Really struggling with these final pixels. I don't know. Ooh, this might be something. Yeah, because then you have the line going through here. I think that's good. This is the simplest rename ever. I mean, honestly, I would even like go as far as like try to add a little bit more depth to it, just so it's like, you know, feels like art, I guess, and not just a rough shape of a crowbar. How about that? No, this. Yeah. No, this, yeah. It's a really quick one, the crowbar, but it comes in all the tiers, takes a little bit of time to pour them. Basically what we do at this point is just go to all the sword folders that I have for all the tiers, and then just drop the crowbar file in. At this point it's really simple, you just transfer the colors over, and you have to be a little bit sensible about which colors you use and where you put them. Not every material translates over perfectly. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of custom tweaks. But for the most part, this is really simple stuff. Like, honestly, this is too light, for example, even though we followed the palette pretty accurately. But I mean, if you're watching this, honestly, this is really dumb, because I am now recoloring all of them, right, without having even tested the model. The crowbar could be too short, and then I have to adjust all of them. So I could be shooting myself in the foot right now. We don't know, actually know. We'll find out in a minute. Which I would argue is kind of already shooting yourself in the foot. Just so you know, you could be smarter than I am. But then again, I'd like to see you be me after so much modeling. Yeah, you don't have a comeback to that, do you? For diamond, I like to use the full extent of the palette, because otherwise it's just too dull, you know. It needs to be contrasty because it's shiny. I also gotta make sure that stone is dark enough, because it's really easy to confuse with iron, which is not a huge deal, but you know, if we can help it by simply making stone pretty dark, then that's good. So we can load up the crowbar. I've recolored them all. Watch us find out. It is too short. It's much too short to be a weapon in my style anyways. Like, I know this is already too big compared to the default sprite size. Like, that you would only have this size, right? But this is no, it's too small. It's not the best. Okay, that's the last of the bunch. We're back in business. Gosh darn it, is it still short? I guess it doesn't need to be huge because it's just a crowbar, but It is a fantasy crowbar, you know? Aren't they pretty big? Man, oh man, I need to increase it by 1 more block, I think. You know what a smart guy would do right now? He would check the program right now. Because I already did the netherite crowbar. So I could just check if the size is right. But instead, here I am. Once again. Feeling lost between now and then. Changing all the crowbars at once. Is it long enough? Oh, a little bit of a difference, but I think it is long enough. It's the 2D style, so people generally prefer maybe stuff on the smaller side. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to justify it. I think it's good, it's reasonable. It's not too big, it's not comically large. It's a reasonable crowbar, I think. And here's an interesting thing about this rename specifically, is the way it's held in Half-Life is part of what makes it iconic, right? So that's like, it's not a huge deal. It's fun for me to try to pay attention to. I like to do that when it's applicable. I think that's good, right? Is that Half-Life-y? Once I've done that, I got to go past all the other sword tiers and also add a crowbar model. This can be a really simple model. It's just going to tell the game to look for another model, which is this one, the original crowbar model in the netherite sword folder that I just made. And it's going to change one thing about it, and it's the following thing, the texture, and it's going to give it the iron sword crowbar texture. So that's very simple. It's a tiny model file, 182 bytes. You know what I mean? So this is very sustainable. So it's a bit tedious and you know, I don't know, a lot of work. It's not like hard work, it's like a load of work, right? Especially if you're doing multiple renames that are tiered. And once that's done, we still need to go over all the item states to insert the alternate variants as well, which is also not like, well, I don't know, whatever. Again, it's just tedious. I feel like I've honestly done so many suggestions. I've gone back to a comment that was 2 years ago. So I don't know, I don't want to say scraping the bottom of the barrel, but I got a comment here saying you could do the pristine blade from Slay the Princess, and I looked it up and I have no idea what this is. Like, this entire franchise just looks completely crazy, and it's all in black and white. It looks like it's made out of paper, right? It's all like drawn, sketched, maybe. There is a sword, and I can't even find the visuals of the sword on the wiki, so that's not a good sign. But there are visuals for the sword, because you can look it up. Look, there's a common consensus on what it looks like, okay? Look, this is from the game. Look, this is from the game. Right? Right? Okay, so we're gonna be doing this. We can include that name, Pristine Blade, that's fine probably. Here, Pristine Blade, fine, because we didn't have it before, but it is a generic name. So I want another name, and I mean, Slay the Princess, you know, that is an iconic name at least. The wiki page for the blade says, the Pristine Blade is if not the essential item if you want to slay the princess. So this game is all about slaying princesses. So I thought, how about we call this Princess Slaying Blade. Assuming another franchise isn't gonna add a Princess Slaying Blade, that's what we're gonna be going with. And it's a sword made of paper. A Princess Slaying Blade made of paper. That's not a good message to send out to people, I don't think. But that's just the cards I'm dealt with right now. What am I trying to say by having a Princess Slaying Blade in my pack and it's made of paper? Having it be made of paper is actually interesting. Look, this is my paper texture. This is crazy. And it doesn't really have a pommel. Wait a second. This could make or break it. This pixel right here makes or breaks it. What do you think? What do you think? Too late. We know. Oh, it's 16 by 16. Okay, so it totally fits. Not that it really matters, but it's a little bit of optimization, you know? And then it's just a sword, you know? Me with my line in the middle. Is it too sharp already? Because it's made of paper. So maybe it shouldn't be too sharp. You know what? How about we break the curse? We'll do a dark line in the middle. Maybe we do no line in the middle. How about that? I don't know. It's probably magical paper. It's princess slaying paper. Am I being quirky with it? Or is it accurate? Is this it? Is this the weapon? Princess slaying blade? Did we do it? Another one bites the dust. I hope slated princess players aren't disappointed with this. Let's check her out. Oh, it's pretty good. The energy is right, I think. It's the correct energy. Right, well that's it then. Still plugging along. What time is it? Oh, dude, it's 11:15. Oh, man, I'm also so slow right now. Because every time I finish a rename, I'm like, bleh. But okay, man, we're still doing it. We're still doing it. Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll add the tornado blade. That's coming to Minecraft Dungeons 2. This was in the trailer. Look, this is a real weapon coming to Minecraft Dungeons 2. We'll do that one. Okay, I don't know what this color green is. If we get more accurate colors, we can update it later. Okay, I don't know what to do anymore. Gold in the middle, right? Oh, I wonder if it splits apart. That could be interesting, right? Because there's gold in the middle. Maybe not, but I don't know. Oh, less than 50 minutes remaining. And then we're done. I almost can't believe it. It's starting to just feel like eternity at this point. starting. I feel like I'm deteriorating as well. Like my speech is all like whatever. That's how I feel too. I don't want to copy it exactly. I might be doing that a little bit, but it's a pretty iconic shape. This handle that it's doing, and it's pretty clever too, because you kind of work with the cubes, right? This is a really nice natural cubic Minecraft shape, I think. I'm also sure that it's gonna be a little bit bigger than what's in Minecraft Dungeons. It's crazy. Is that the same vibe? No, it's not the same vibe. How's this? No, that's not the same vibe at all. What's going on? Why can't I get the same vibe? That, no, this, and then this. Just about fits. Has a nice shape to it, huh? Look, a real tornado blade. I'm already ripping them off. The game hasn't even come out yet. Wow, amazing. We're doing it. We're really actually doing it. It's not even what I wanted to do. I made it all white. I made it all light. I just meant to give it a white trim. So, we did it! Jeez Louise. And we have 30 minutes left. Oh man, I don't even want to do it anymore. Just happy it's over and happy it happened and happy you were here for it. Okay, that's good stuff. Look, there you go. The real tornado blades. Get them early in barely default. Oh, you know what we can do? Man, this will be so good. Okay, check this out. This is crazy. Okay, do you guys remember this? The fact that I remember this is crazy. Look, red power sword. We never made a model for it. We never even saw this. This is where it all started. And we never even saw how it came to fruition. But I, for one, don't even remember what it looks like. So, here we go. The first look at the red power sword. Oh, it's good. So it all comes full circle with the red power sword. Keep a good eye on my watch. Oh, it's almost dead. Do you see it? Oh, 1 second. Yes. The challenge is over. I didn't do anything for the last half hour. I'm so busted. This is too many textures. I did it though, but this is do not recommend. Okay, is there any wise words light at the end of the tunnel of this long ass crazy idea for a video? Even I have no idea how long it's going to be. It's crazy. And also just to put yourself through that as a human being, I realized is not okay. Okay, sleep is really important. I genuinely hope that no one looks at this and think that this is a wise example of something they should try. I don't know, I had the idea for the video for a long time and I had the days off and I figured it might be now or never, you know? I don't know, we did it anyway. I can't believe it's over. It felt like at some point it started to feel like such an endless hell, you know what I mean? And then like, because it's 24 hours, it's so crazy. I mean, people have done the crazier shit for 24 hours, you know? I'm no tough guy for making Minecraft textures for 24 hours, but geez Louise, do not recommend. Okay. Yeah. And I have no idea what next. And no, for real, thanks for watching. And remember, I got YouTube partnerships. It's completely optional. You can also, if you want to support me, just like the video, okay? Subscribe. Tell a friend about the video. If a friend watches the video and becomes a fan, it's great. You can tell your friends to get the pack, right? There's a bunch of stuff you don't even have to become a YouTube channel membership. Okay, you can literally just, I don't know, comment. Leave a comment. That helps with the algorithm. Hype the video, right? Fill in a quiz. YouTube has quizzes now. Fill in a quiz. I don't know. Yeah, no, do not try this at home. No, it's good. We did the outro. Good. End, right? Yeah. Goodbye.